Hello everyone, my name is Elite Trainer Kenway, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I started researching this video with the intent of proving that Terapagos is an Ultra Beast. However, the fruits of my research took me in a completely different direction that I most certainly wasn't expecting, and it all starts with Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, I know what you're thinking. What could Legends Arceus possibly have to do with Terapagos? If you'll give me just a moment, I believe I can reasonably convince you that Terapagos is Arceus, or rather, an extension of Arceus, and why Legends Arceus needed to be released before Scarlet and Violet. So, let's talk about it. Before we get started, I want to mention how I became introduced to this idea. As I said a moment ago, I was researching whether or not Terapagos could be an Ultra Beast, and so I was watching some Indigo Disk videos made by Not So Ace Trainer, Birdkeeper Toby, and Kayla's Capsule, all of which are amazing channels that you should definitely check out when you have the time. But it was this video by Lumio's post that really got my attention. Lumi's video is going to be posted in the description below and in the end card at the end of the video, so I suggest you go watch it as soon as you finish this one. In his video, Lumi talks about how Terapagos has the power to change time and reality. We know that Terapagos can change reality because it can literally change a Pokemon's type. And we know that Terapagos can change time because it brought Sada and Turo back from the past. The last thing that Lumi pointed to in his video that I want to bring to your attention are the Pokedex entries for the Treasures of Ruin. Wo-Chan is said to be brought to life from the grudge of a person. Chen Pao is said to be brought to life from the hatred of those who perished by the sword. Ting Lu is said to be the embodiment of fear poured into an ancient ritual vessel, and Chi Yu is said to be created from the envy accumulated within curved beads. The Treasures of Ruin were all normal objects found in the East, brought over to the Paldean King, and were all corrupted by negative human emotion. While we don't know how they were able to be possessed by human emotion, we do know that Terapagos can absorb the energy from Pokemon attacks and transfer the energy to itself. Infinity Energy. Infinity Energy, very basically, is the power source for Pokemon. It's how Pokemon can turn into a beam of light and go inside a Pokeball. It can be used to cause damage to an entire planet. It can bring Pokemon back to life. Infinity Energy is responsible for the power of Mega Stones, Z Crystals, Wishing Pieces, and Terra Orbs. But wait, we learned in the Indigo Disk that Terapagos powers the Terra Orbs, as when you capture it, your Terra Orb becomes permanently charged. Not to mention the fact that the Stellar Terra Crown is the literal embodiment of Terapagos. This means that Terapagos can actually manipulate and control Infinity Energy. That fact alone makes Terapagos one of the most powerful Pokemon in the multiverse. So we know that the power Terapagos wields can be used to bring other Pokemon to life, so it's extremely likely that Terapagos brought the Treasures of Ruin to life. This is propped up also by the fact that we know Terapagos responds to extreme emotions. If you let this cutscene play out, Kieran will tug on Terapagos' gem forever, but it's his extreme emotion that woke Terapagos up. We know that Terapagos can bring people into the future and send them back into the past. We also know that Terapagos can alter reality by changing the type of any given Pokemon. We also know that Terapagos can break free of a Master Ball. The Master Ball was designed by the Sylph Company to be the ultimate catching machine. This thing can catch Mewtwo, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Rayquaza, Dialga, Palkia, Arceus, Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem, Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, Solgaleo, Lunala, Zacian, and Zamazenta, Eternatus, Koraidon, and Miraidon, all without fail, but it cannot capture Terapagos. Between Legends Arceus and BDSP, it's suggested that Arceus allows itself to be captured by a trainer that shows themselves to be worthy, and I think that's exactly what Terapagos does at the end of the Indigo Disk. Kieran's extreme emotion wakes up Terapagos, then Kieran chucks a Master Ball at it, and upon deciding that Kieran isn't a worthy trainer, Terapagos bursts free from the Master Ball and decides to challenge you, the player. It's only after you prove yourself worthy that you're able to capture it. And it's important to note that while Terapagos did break the Master Ball, it allows you to capture it in any Pokeball you choose. I actually caught mine in a Beast Ball specifically for this video back when I thought we were going to be talking about Ultra Beasts. But the similarities between Arceus and Terapagos don't stop there. Aside from being the creator of the universe, what is Arceus best known for? Arceus is a normal type Pokemon that is able to change its type by holding one of the 18 Arceus plates. While there are a few regular Pokemon that can do this as well, like Protean, Greninja, and Kecleon, Arceus and Terapagos have taken this to the next level. Arceus can change its type while outside of battle, however, it does need a plate in order to do so. Terapagos has no such limitation. Terapagos has created what we call stellar terastallization. This allows Terapagos and any other Pokemon Terapagos gives its power to give stab, that's same type attack bonus, to up to 4 different move types, regardless of whether or not they have that typing. Terapagos can alter its offensive typing without altering its defensive typing. That is absolutely unheard of, even for a Pokemon like Arceus. We learned in Legends Arceus that the Arceus we meet in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, Legends Arceus, and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl aren't the true form of Arceus. Multiple iterations of this Pokemon are able to exist despite it being the creator of the universe, because these are all pieces of Arceus. To quote Arceus himself, "And I bestow upon thee a part of myself." This shows that Arceus is able to separate himself into many different parts, and that every iteration of Arceus that we have collected are simply different parts of Arceus. And yes, while Terapagos' base stat total falls short of Arceus, even in its stellar form, Terapagos still has been shown to have powers well beyond that of the pieces of Arceus. This, I believe, is because Terapagos is a piece of Arceus. Terapagos seems to be able to do all the same things that the pieces of Arceus can do, and has powers beyond that of what we've seen from Arceus. And considering the fact that we don't know that every piece of Arceus looks like this, given the evidence I provided today, I think a strong enough case can be made for Terapagos being another piece of Arceus. And that's pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments if you think Terapagos is a piece of Arceus, or if you think it might be an Ultra Beast. Maybe I'll explore that sometime next year. Speaking of next year, my year-end review is coming up in a couple of days. That video will be out on January 1st at midnight Central Standard Time. I hope you guys are having a wonderful end of the year. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow us on Twitter and Discord if you haven't already, and check back with us next week as we continue our goal of bringing you fun Pokemon content every Saturday. In the description below, I'm going to link some friends of the channel that I mentioned earlier in the opening. Birdkeeper Toby, Kayla's Capsule, Not So Ace Trainer, and Lumio's Post are all amazing creators that have helped me out immensely with their breakdowns, Easter egg videos, and theory crafting videos. The end card should be on screen right about now if I did everything right, so you should be seeing the Lumio's Post video that sent me down this rabbit hole, so go check that out. As always, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will see you in 2024.